3:09 p.m., the 2nd of August 2018. Robert Donachie, Capitol Hill and healthcare reporter. The majority of America's businesses support President Donald Trump's tariffs, and they want even more, according to a Thursday UBS Investor Watch poll. Some 71% of business owners, from small to large corporations, support imposing additional tariffs on the Chinese, 66% support more tariffs on Mexico, 64% want more tariffs on European goods, and 60% would like additional tariffs on Canadian goods, UBS Investor Watch found. Among high-net-worth investors, 59% support more tariffs on Chinese exports. China is the top concern when it comes to U.S. trading partners, with 88% of business owners claiming they believe China engages in unfair trade practices with the U.S. While U.S. business owners wouldn't hate increasing trade pressure, roughly half of them believe a trade war would have a net negative impact on the domestic economy. Still, 44% believe the trade war will have a positive impact on their business. Overall, American business owners have a positive outlook and are confident in the state of the economy. Over 70% of business owners have a positive 12-month economic outlook, and 71% are bullish on the prospect of their futures over the next year. As far as the president is concerned, 55% of business owners believe the administration has had an overall positive impact on their business, with only 20% reporting a negative impact. The top concerns for business owners are rising healthcare costs and cybersecurity risks. Trump has taken a great deal of criticism from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, who believe his trade policies are protectionist and will hurt long-run economic growth. Business owners, especially those who run small to medium-sized businesses, are mainly focused on the domestic, not the international. It does make sense that U.S. business owners are in favor of being tougher on countries, like China, they believe are giving America the short end of the stick when it comes to trade. The administration has already levied tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Chinese goods. The White House announced a 25% tariff on $34 billion worth of Chinese exports of machinery in early July, electronics and other components. The administration followed that up July 10 with plans to impose a 10% tariff on $200 billion worth of Chinese products, related, U.S. to hit China with $200 billion worth of tariffs. Any new tariffs would be in addition to the 25% tariffs the administration already enacted on $50 billion worth of goods that contain industrially significant technologies, a move the U.S. hopes will help stop intellectual property theft on the part of Chinese manufacturers. The President and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin have not ruled out the possibility that the administration will slap all Chinese imports, worth approximately $500 billion, with tariffs. Related, stocks react to China tariffs. Trump is adamant China is benefiting from unfair trade practices at the cost of the American worker, arguing the U.S. has lost out to China for decades, as they steal intellectual property and manufacturing jobs. For their part, China has responded in kind to the president's tariffs, issuing its own set of tariffs on American products. In many cases, Chinese tariffs impact areas that voted for Trump in the 2016 presidential election cycle. Related, Mnuchin, president, isn't afraid of a trade war while China exports $500 billion worth of goods and services to the U.S. Annually, the U.S. only exports roughly $130 billion to China each year. That has the administration feeling secure in its position, arguing, like Mnuchin and the president have in recent months, that the U.S. has the upper hand against China in the ongoing negotiations. The White House is also considering raising tariffs on other countries to upwards of 25%. Follow Robert Donachie on Twitter and Facebook. Send tips to Robert at dailycallerNewsFoundation.org. Content created by the Daily Caller News Foundation is available without charge to any eligible news publisher that can provide a large audience. For licensing opportunities of our original content, please contact licensing at dailycallerNewsFoundation.org. Tags: Canada, China, Donald Trump.